within the bowl of stories. Let's get 2 minutes on the clock.
Oh, the bowl of stories.
Oh, the bowl of stories.
So many good times with the bowl of stories.
Hank Azaria, please favor us with your 2-minute rendition of Fake ID.
Fake ID. I was 17 years old, and on my first spring break from college, from Tufts University. And I had been a year ahead. That's why I was underage at that point. I skipped a grade. I had skipped 6th grade. So everybody's down at spring break. We want to get in the club, but I can't. I'm 17. So I got a fake ID made. And it said that I was 22, the fake ID, and which would have, let's see, I was sort of born in 1960. So, you know, the ID says 1960 is my birth date, but you have to memorize it to make sure to know how old you are. Because it doesn't say on the ID, you know, you are 22. And I understood that they'd trip you up that way. They'll try to trip you up that way. They'll ask you that question. So we're at the club, and we're online, and they're sure enough checking the IDs very thoroughly. And sure enough, the very large black man who was the bouncer, you know, looks at the ID, looks at me, and it was sketchy. You know, I'm kind of look like the guy. I mean, it's not my ID. And sure enough, he goes, "How old are you, man?" And I'm ready. I'm so happy. I'm ready. I go, 22. Like that. I go, 22. The guy kind of looks at me for a second. He goes, all right. And he waves me in. And my friends are like, what's wrong with you? Why did you sound like Jimmy Carter when you said that? What was with that? And I said, I don't know. I just felt like I'm playing a character who's not me, so I have to give it some character. I felt like I had to give it some believability that it's not me. I'm 17. So I gave him a southern accent and said, 22. That's it. That's the whole story.
I understand something similar happened to you with the
Yeah, that's a story that Hank is saying. Like, he's got a funny voice. You know, it's not true. You know, here's what my fake ID story that I brought in today was. When I grew up in Canada, and in Ottawa, the drinking age was 19, and in Hull, right across the bridge, where the drinking age was 18, and they were sort of more lenient about carding. So we all, you know, when I was 16, I think, we all, my friends Brian Murray and Chris Murray and David Shepard and all these guys, we all got fake IDs, and it was true. And whenever you get a fake ID, you memorize it and you learn it, and I wanted to test it, and I also wanted to see the movie, if the movie was Hot Dog the Movie. And it was like, you know, like a softcore porn movie, and that was where I was going to test it, because I figured the stakes would be lower to go test it there, and then maybe it would work at the bars. So I memorized the thing, and I think it said 1965 was my birthday, and I had remembered that they might say, how old are you, or are you a Leo, or any of that stuff. So I'd memorized all that stuff. And I gave my ID, because you had to be 18 to go see this movie in Ottawa. And the guy said, how old are you? And I said, in a very, very low, ridiculous, low adult voice, he said, how old are you? And I said, no, 1965. And it was really sort of endearing, because the stakes weren't high, it was for a movie. And he sort of just like shook his head and said, get out of here, man. and I left, but my heart rate was up.
But you
Hot Dog the Movie, not a bad film, actually.
So you did get a chance to see it.
I saw it.